All right, so a lot of questions about my tqqq position. I don't know if you guys will enjoy this video. I wanted to show you my entries and my exits for all of my trades today. Today, I shared one of my live trading sessions. I'll link it down in the comment section if you guys haven't checked it out. But again, if you guys want me to make more videos like this where I show my entries and my exits because you find it to be useful, just make sure you drop a thumbs up and of course consider subscribing. So today I made a little bit over $2,500 profit on tqqq. tqqq gapped up about 9.6% today. I decided to sell because I viewed it to be overbought. It's been very bearish for about 4 weeks, and it's not overbought obviously on the day chart, right? It's very oversold if anything. But it's had 3 consistent green days, or 2 consistent green days. Thursday of last week was red, and then Wednesday was green. One of the things that I do want to take into consideration is that we really gapped up very aggressively. We began to kind of trade sideways. I was like, I don't want to mess around with this. I want to show you guys all my orders. So again, my very first entry today on the 31st of January, I wanted to show you guys this. This was all caught during today's live trading session. I bought, sold, bought, sold. And again, you can see, right, as tqqq began to indicate signs of an uptrend, and making higher highs and higher lows and break above resistance levels, you can see that, we were approaching that, $58 resistance level. And as we were approaching 58, I decided to sell. We broke above 58, and then again, it pulled back very quickly. Decided to buy the dip, began to push up. We broke above 58. I decided to lock in profit. So this is when we were right around this general area. I continued to indicate signs of an uptrend. I bought a little bit heavier, sold once again. Bought a little bit heavier, now we're at 59. Sold once again. Bought a little bit more at 59.44, and then my final sells were, again, not perfect, but they were at 60, 31, 60, 35, 60, 44, 60, 45, and then 60, 22. So my best exit was down here, and then it gapped up to $62. One of the things, if you look at the overall futures market, NASDAQ is down 0.41%, which means that tqqq, if the market was open right now, it would be down about 1.5%. So this would bring it back to about $60.50, $60.70. And one of the things that I can't stress enough is that some people are getting too confident right now. I don't know if this is you. One of the things that we need to ask ourselves is, what caused this market to drop? Inflation, right? The talk about inflation, and then obviously interest rates. Anytime that there's talk about interest rates going up, the direct catalyst, right? The direct response to tech stocks is they plummet, right? When interest rates drop, tech stocks go up, right? This is something that you need to take into consideration because if anything, nothing has changed, right? Yes, there has been the news of these interest rates and inflation, and the market always tends to adjust according to that. So one of the things that I was recently reading in an article is that the market has already adjusted to the talk about inflation and interest rates where, we hit the bottom and now we're recovering from here. I hope, right? I really hope that the market begins to recover. I really hope that this is the bottom for the overall market, but I can't predict the future, and there's no reason to pretend to. So because of that, I decided to reduce my position size in case the market does pull on back. Friendly reminder, the only people that get upset when the market pulls back are those that bought the dip and then it got cheaper, right? When you buy the dip and then it continues to dip, it's one of the worst feelings. So make sure that if you do decide to buy in early, there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you're putting your money in good quality stocks at these cheap levels. Cheap is still cheap. The question to ask yourself is, what's your intention? If your intention is to buy the dip and hold, and you're okay with if it continues to dip, you can tolerate that, then so be it. Watch your position size, meaning don't buy so much that you become an irrational mess. And also take into consideration that if the direction isn't in your favor, then maybe, really taking that into consideration and setting proper expectation on the time that it will take for the market to recover. I just really would hate for you to see, I would really just hate for you to buy the dip, it drops, you choose to cut losses, and then the market recovers. All you really needed to do is, if you would have given the market more time, it would have recovered, but maybe because you were so aggressively invested, you couldn't tolerate the pullback. Again, don't always just prepare for the best. but also prepare for the worst. And if things do go according to plan, then great. It's much easier to average up than it is to have to aggressively cut losses. So if you do decide to buy in early, just have proper intentions. Just look out for yourself. I still think that we have a promising week ahead, even with the market's current performance. Tesla did absolutely amazing today, over 10%, and a handful of stocks, gapped up 8.5%. It was an amazing day for tech stocks. But like we say within our Learn Plan Profit group, on my green days, I prepare for my red days, and on my red days, I prepare for my green days. So let's not be blindsided by just a couple of green days and thinking that the market has to recover. The market doesn't have to do anything. Watch that position size, stay effective, stay well balanced, and take, risk management into consideration. If things do begin to go south, just make sure that you're prepared. Either manage that risk or be prepared for it to pull back. So mentally, you don't have that mental warfare, right? As long as you anticipate it, you're at least somewhat, prepared for it. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. I'm excited for our live trading session tomorrow. If you guys care to join us, again, it's for the Learn Plan Profit group, and that's going to be that second link down below if you want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow. I really do appreciate you guys' time. I hope that I earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing, and like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.